Hey friends, Drew here in beautiful Landenberg, Pennsylvania, continuing on the insulation project that we are working on here. Want to show you the progress here in the garage. We took down the drywall because of the mold problem that we are observing, and sure enough, the ducts were pretty much pressed up right against the back of the drywall. All the condensation on that ductwork was definitely causing a moisture issue there and allowing for some things to grow that we don't want growing. So that's all been removed. We've started putting up this 1-inch thick foam insulation. That's going to create some separation between the ductwork and the drywall. It's also going to help add some R value to the conditioned space inside, allow us to get the return, a much more tightly sealed return air path from the second floor back down into the HVAC system, so that we're not sucking hot air from the garage in the summer and cold air from the garage in the winter. We're actually going to be sucking that air from those bedrooms upstairs so that it's all coming in the way we want it to and getting pulled back into the system, making it more efficient. And we'll walk you in and give you a tour of what's going on. So this is the 1-inch foam board that we're using. And we've got most everything put up now. We've got one final piece left to go in. That's right down here at the bottom. And you can see what's left of those the elbows there in the ductworks that are running up to the second floor. We've put foil tape on those, got them sealed. We've also fire caulk foam around them to seal that air as well. And now that we've prevented the air movement, now we're just going to insulate it with the blue board. So the foam board's going to go on that. And then our next step is tomorrow is we're going to get in, and I'll spin around the other way. We have 12-foot sheets of 5/8 thick drywall, 54 inches tall. This will allow us to go back on the wall. You'll see here on the end wall how they got a 4-foot sheet, about a 1-foot strip in the middle, and then a 4-foot sheet on the bottom. By getting the 54-inch tall material, we're going to be able to do this 9-foot wall in 2 passes. And so you'll just have one seam down the middle. And because I'm using 48-inch board, that means that our overlap between where the seam is in the blue board and the seam in the drywall is going to be offset, which is going to do even more to help seal the air, because we've got 3 ducts. I've labeled these return. We've got 3 chases here that are being used as a return path from the second floor down into the basement. And so we lined those with some foil foam. That's going to help increase the efficiency there. It's going to isolate it from the living space side. And then we're putting the blue board on this side that isolates it from the different temperatures that we have here in the garage. So we have fire caulk up at the top, at least along those sections, that 8 feet pretty much, where those 3 return ducts are. So we make sure, again, we're not pulling air from some place that we don't want to be. And we've added glue to the studs and everything that we can do to help isolate those. We fire caulked every one of those holes where the electric runs through the middle there. And so that right there is going to do a lot to increase the efficiency of the system, because you're pulling conditioned air back into the HVAC unit as opposed to pulling the exterior air into the HVAC unit. It's just that much less that it has to try to change the temperature of what's going on. So my next step here, I'm going to measure, mark, and cut and get a piece of 1-inch foam, get it glued and nailed onto that spot. And then, like I said, we'll come back tomorrow. We'll get our drywall hung, and then we'll go ahead and we're just doing a tape coat in here for that, just because it is a garage space. And then I'm probably going to encourage the homeowner that they will want to put an eggshell, a satin, a semi-gloss paint onto this garage, because what will happen over time if you don't paint your garage, the moisture and humidity just from being out here will start to decay the drywall, and if the builder didn't put glue up there with it, they will start to sag. Glue is very important when you're hanging a garage. It's code, you're supposed to use it anyways, but some guys don't. And then if you don't paint it, the moisture gets in there, the paper pulls out, and the ceiling starts to come down. So if you've got a sagging ceiling in your garage, we have some easy fixes and some more complex fixes for that as well, that we can go over with you. Give our team a call, we'll be happy to talk about that. But our encouragement here is that once we get our drywall up on this wall, that they come through with some, like a semi-gloss paint, something with some moisture resistance to it to help protect the drywall, help protect the tape coat that's up here, so that they don't have challenges in the future with the drywall and the moisture getting in. So that's where we're at with the installation project. Like I said, tomorrow is drywall, and I'm going to do a final inspection on the attic and make sure I'm satisfied with how we've got everything situated up there. And then this project's not just going to be done, it's going to be coat built. We'll catch you guys in the video. Thanks for joining us. Bye for now.